Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Forgive me because I might be all over the place with this one. Don't even have a title. There's just a few things that I want to touch on. Um, but I think it revolves around mental toughness and, a healthy sense of detachment. And just as I say, a healthy sense of detachment, it reminds me of someone that I follow on here that spoke about that at one point. And is as he spoke about it that I started to really, sit back and assess my life and realize, you know what, some of these things are not even a big deal. And if you if you want to stop that trend of your feelings, not getting hurt, all of that, um, you have to practice detachment. So if people may have noticed, not noticed, let me just preface this by saying it's okay if you don't remember, if you don't care. One of those, sensitive points or hot buttons for me used to be my birthday. Um, because again, it's your day. You want to celebrate. You want to celebrate it with your friends. You want to celebrate it with those who care. Um, but I've noticed throughout my life thus far, very few people have really spent that time to acknowledge me in that way. Um, and that's something that I realized when I was watching this video or was listening to this person's live, that it's like, oh, you know what? I gotta change that. I gotta remove all of those negative feelings away from that. And so I started to practice that detachment because the less you expect, the less likely you will get hurt. And that was really kind of the message in between that. So as a result, I've stopped, you know, posting about my birthday or it's coming up or, you know, um, I removed it from Facebook. So, you know, no one knows when my birthday is. You really have to have some type of documentation to know when my birthday is. Other than that, my birthday will come and go and you will not know. And thank God I'm not a public figure, so it's not out there in the universe. But I do that for me. I don't do that to like prove a point to people. I do that for me because at the end of the day, it's my day. And why do I need 10, 15, 20, 30 people to make it feel significant when it's my day? It's my day. I can decide how important that day is all by my lonesome. And more importantly, from a spiritual aspect, um, God decided that I should show up on said day. He decided on said day, said year, said hour, Corey Jordan is going to show up and she's going to do amazing things that she doesn't even know she's going to do, as long as we stick together on that. So when I started to look at it from that side of things, I realized that, you know what, doesn't even matter if zero people, and when I say zero people, I am including my own mother, my brother, my dad, everybody. It doesn't matter if they don't wish me happy birthday. It doesn't mean that my birthday means any less. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys because there might be things in your life that are important to you and that you would wish people would acknowledge and throw a big party and, confetti, fireworks, the whole thing. But reality is reality. And I don't want you to be angry about reality. I want you to have a healthy detachment about it. Because when you sit in the knowledge that regardless of if someone acknowledges you or not, that you can sleep better at night if it's something that you've done you know, for humanity, if you will, or if it's something that you've done for other people that's coming from the heart. right? As long as it's coming from the heart and you feel good about it, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. If you have that connection with God, which is what I always encourage people to do, as long as you and God are okay and you're in sync, who really cares about everyone else? And so just to bring it back to, that original question that was asked of me, yeah, I'm going through stuff. Yeah, I may not be my normal self, but it's okay. It's a moment. I'll get through it. Um, people ask questions just to ask questions. And I feel that a lot of times, especially for me, I'm not going to put that on anyone. I'm able to read energy. And I know when people are asking because they genuinely care, and they're asking because it's, it's common courtesy to say these things before we get in and vomit whatever it is that we want to vomit. It's okay. If you don't care, it's okay. Because I've built myself up to a point where, you know what, I'm not focused how on so much how people care, or I'm not in the business of measuring everybody's level of sincerity. That's on you. I don't have time and energy for that. I'm more focused on making sure that I show up as my best self, that I show up in a way that, you know, I make sure that people feel cared for, which sounds like, an oxymoron in a way. But my thing is this: because I understand how it feels for people to not care, my personality, my character, if you will, not so much my personality, but my character is just to, do what is necessary, not above and beyond, so that, someone else can give me praise. I'm not doing things for the glory. Honestly, not doing things for the glory. I'm doing things because I understand what it feels like to not have people wish me happy birthday, or I understand how it feels to be in a room and everybody's making a big deal about other people's accomplishments, and you've accomplished stuff, they know that you've accomplished stuff, and they will play you small. I know what that means. So instead of me taking that energy and just being nasty to the next person, and then to the next person, the next person, I choose to acknowledge people when I know they've done something great, or I choose to be kind to people because that's the energy that I want to see in the world. And it doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going to get it back in kind from that person, but eventually, because the laws, dictate it to be so, it will make its way back to me. And I keep my faith in that. And I keep my faith that there's other people like me out there that feel the same way. They may not demonstrate it in the same way, but they ride on those principles. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. And I just want to encourage people to kind of develop that mental toughness, develop that healthy sense of detachment, and still maintain a strong character, who's kind, whose heart doesn't turn cold because of all the wicked things that they experience. You just turn it inward. Again, and I mentioned this, your relationship with God is really what helps a lot. But do things because you really want to, because you know that it would make someone's day if you did this thing, not because they're gonna run out and say, "Oh, look what Corey did for me." Like, don't do it for that. Do it because you really feel that that would make someone else's day. And if your energy is not in that place, separate yourself from the environment. because the worst thing that you can do is make someone feel crappy just because you're feeling crappy. No one deserves it. Honestly, no one deserves it. So that's again why I stay guarded with my feelings, because I'm always thinking of other people, and maybe they could be having a good day, and here I come bringing all the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that sucks if you do that. So try to practice some detachment, and you're gonna have those moments where you're not gonna feel like yourself. It's okay. It's perfectly normal. All I'm saying is that you take that time for you to assess and to build yourself up and become not only mentally tough, but to also understand, if ever that type of circumstance comes around again, you can detach the emotions, separate the emotions. That's what detachment is about, just taking the emotion out of it. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's 11 minutes, I see already. I don't want to ramble on any longer, but I hope something somewhere in this video helped someone. All right, you guys take care. Peace.